Happy Feast of the Epiphany. I'm Lillian Hardaway, the Minister to Children, Youth, and Families here at St. Paul's. And here at St. Paul's, we traditionally have an Epiphany pageant on the Sunday closest to January 6th. This year, we will not be having an Epiphany pageant. All of our service on Sunday will be live streamed so that you can watch it in the comfort of your home and stay safe. So today, on the actual Feast of the Epiphany, January 6th, I will tell the story. Today's story comes from the Gospel of Matthew, and we normally hear this story at our children's Christmas pageant, but it's important that we tell it again because we celebrate the three wise men on Epiphany after we've celebrated a full 12 days of Christmas. So here the story is again. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who's been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star at its rising and have come to pay him homage." Now, when King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and all the scribes, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They told him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, as it was written by the prophets." And this is exactly what the prophets said. "And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod secretly called for the wise men and learned from them the exact time the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child and tell me where he is, so I can also pay him homage." When they heard the king, they set out. The wise men set out. And there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering into the house, they saw Mary and baby Jesus. They knelt down and they paid him homage. Then they presented their gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they went home on a different road. And that is the story that we hear on Epiphany. We hear the wise men seeing the star, and with the star leading to Jesus and where he was born, we see that everything in the world was pointing to the Christ child. And we hear this beautiful story about following the star in light, presenting gifts. So on this Epiphany, think of the gifts that you have to offer the world and God's kingdom. Happy Epiphany.